Chapter 3, An Unlikely Friendship. Miroe Pasap. There he is. Somebody shouted. I pushed Mayo and urged him to run with me. Go! I shouted. Keep running. I could hear Mayo panting as he fought to run ahead of me, but his legs were much too short. To your right, I instructed, and Mayo veered to the right. I shot a look back and saw that only one soldier was trailing after us now. Not to be taken lightly, but at least the rest of them were nowhere to be seen. We came across a wall, and I scaled it. It was much too high for us to be able to climb it unscathed. Mayo was shaking his head at me. No, he said in a rush. We're only going to hurt ourselves. From a distance, I could make out the soldiers' hurried footsteps. I looked around, and there was a door that was slightly ajar. I pointed it to Mayo, who rushed to it as soon as he saw it. Then, I raced him to it. In just a few seconds, we were hunched inside what seemed like a closet. It wasn't an entryway to anywhere at all. And with the thought that I might have actually trapped us inside, I began to panic. I peered between the slits of the door and to my surprise, could not make out any movement outside. I strained my ears to hear a sound, but now, all I could hear was Mayo's frantic heartbeat. There were no more sounds of footsteps. We lost them, a voice away from us said. Then, there was nothing more. I breathed in relief when it dawned on me that the soldiers were no longer upon us. Well, at least, not for now. Then suddenly, a horrible stench burst inside this compartment, and I coughed. What was that smell? I coughed out. Mayo froze. Did you just? I asked in annoyance. Never mind if my voice was loud enough for all the soldiers in Kanelan to hear. I didn't mean to, he croaked. But I was so scared, and I just couldn't imagine myself being hauled up again to the dungeons. I threw the door open with a kick, fuming. Well, next time, can you just spare me? Or is that your way of thanking me for saving your life? Mayo crawled out of the door. It was only then that I saw how small the space was. Only a dog could probably fit. Fear does many things to a man, imagine Mayo fitting in such a small entryway. I'm sorry, Mayo said, his face blushing. He appeared close to tears. In annoyance, I touched his heart, grazed it just a little bit, and Mayo's eyes rounded. His knees buckled in fear. Oh, come on. You know I'm not going to hurt you. I shouted, even more frustrated than ever. But, you just touched my heart. I rolled my eyes. Heaven forbid. How did I end up with this nutcase? I breathed in and exhaled loudly. All right. I'm not going to touch your heart anymore. Now, let's plan on how you can get that stupid registry. Best be on it. I said, almost yelling. Mayo straightened up. It's not a stupid registry. Just shut up, all right? Mayo fell silent as we continued to step lightly out of the street side. There seemed to be no one around. Going inside the palace proved to be no easy feat. There were patrol guards everywhere. And earlier this morning, I already saw some sketches of Mayo and myself posted all over the place. As if it was not tricky enough to roam around the Kanelan perimeter unnoticed. Guards were standing at every post. I edged closer to the wall, peering out to check if there was any opportunity that we could take to proceed undetected. This isn't going to work, I said, turning to Mayo. But we can't keep on hiding here. Sooner or later, there will be other guards patrolling this route, Mayo said. I know. Let me think for a moment, I said. This had never been a problem for me because I never had to think. All I had to do was follow Go-Emi wherever she wanted to go. That twin of mine has a good head, and I never had to question her choices. Not that I could, given that I was hiding behind a facade that I was sick in the head. Now, I miss her even more. We need a change of clothes, I said. But we just changed last week. It's better to change again, I said. The truth was, I didn't know what to do, and I just had to keep us going. What if we go too? I'm not going to listen to any more of your crazy ideas. Mayo protested. But I haven't mentioned anything yet. Mayo's eyes glared at me infuriatingly. Right. I said. All he ever did was allow me to take charge. Maybe Mayo could make better decisions. What's your suggestion? I asked. Simple. Let's use your power, Mayo said. I knew you had a criminal mind, I said accusingly. But Goemi doesn't want me to use my power all the time. I'm not exactly saying that you should use it, Mayo was looking at me knowingly. Just use it the way we initially planned on our escape. Except this time, your power actually works, and if somebody pounced on us, we can, he paused, well, if he pounced on us, that's already self-defense if you make use of your power, right? My eyes were bulging at him by now. Well, I just thought that you wanted to get rid of me badly. That just about sums up the fastest way you can do that. First, the registry and then chuck me in the back of a wagon, send me off somewhere far, far away. And then, you're debt-free. I glanced at him. Somehow, knowing that I would be rid of him soon made me feel a little bit lonely. Weird. I nodded my head vigorously. Deal. I will do it. Here was my original plan, enter the Kanelan Palace and claim my place beside the Emperor, using my power. But the guards messed it all up, and I was hauled to the dungeons instead. No matter how you plan, things have a way of still going awry. Maybe, it really was time. Let's go somewhere to plan. It's not going to be easy. I mean, like the last time. I don't want it to be like that. Many things went haywire, and we simply can't afford it now. Yeah. First, we must find out where the registry is. Then, we will get it. Then, I will leave you to get affiliated with the Emperor, Mayo said. I nodded slowly. It would not be easy, but at least the sequence of events was correct. Food first then? I asked. Mayo beamed. I thought you'd never ask. We scurried carefully along the alleys, looking for inns and crannies where we could get some decent lunch. It was almost midday.